We're on our way now to Jet Propulsion Laboratory. The Observatories tour is about to become the Observatories and Transit of Venus tour. So some people are joining us, but obviously some of us will not be going on to Hawaii. Now the Jet Propulsion Laboratory is the lead US Center for Robotic Exploration of the Solar System. It's currently responsible for 23 operational spacecraft and 10 instruments on other spacecraft. They're involved in many collaborations, particularly with the European Space Agency. The Herschel and Planck spacecraft, Herschel, which is a very large infrared space observatory, and Planck, which is looking at the cosmic microwave background. Galax spacecraft, Galactic Explorer, which is an ultraviolet spacecraft, is responsible for the Spitzer Space Telescope, which is of course infrared, and also the Wide Field Infrared Space Explorer, or WISE. So we've got a lot of fingers in pies beyond the solar system. Now, of all the spacecraft that they're looking at, more than half of the spacecraft they're responsible for are looking at the Earth. A whole range of spacecraft looking at the oceans, the atmosphere, the cryosphere, changes in those aspects of the Earth, climate studies, a whole range of things. Very large number of spacecraft. That's a slight change perhaps from the way JPL was 25, 30 years ago. In recent years, NASA has awarded contracts for solar system spacecraft to other institutions other than JPL. JPL is the lead center for Martian exploration. It's responsible for the Mars Odyssey craft, launched in 2001, the 2 Mars exploration rovers, Spirit, which is no more functioning, and Opportunity, which is, and of course the ongoing Mars Science Laboratory Curiosity rover, which is on its way now and will get to Mars in August of this year. So they've got a lot of work going on in relation to Mars. They're also of course involved with the Cassini-Huygens craft. Cassini-Huygens, the lead center for that is the Space Science Center in Boulder, Colorado. JPL does have a lot of interest in Cassini. Huygens, of course, was the European aspect of that mission. The Dawn spacecraft, which is currently in orbit around the asteroid Vesta, and will be going on to the largest asteroid or dwarf planet Ceres next year. And, of course, in many other probes, either ongoing or planned. Juno, for example, the mission that's going to Jupiter, they're obviously the lead center for that. And we also have, of course, thinking back to the 1970s, the great Voyager 1 and Voyager 2, JPL has been heavily involved in them throughout the entirety of the mission, 35 years since launch. Actually, JPL was set up before NASA. The Jet Propulsion Laboratory was set up as a subsidiary of the California Institute of Technology, Caltech, in the 1930s. Once, of course, NASA was incorporated, then JPL became a lead center there, and the very first US spacecraft, Explorer 1, launched in January of 1958. That was conceived and built at JPL. And of course, you could argue it was the very first scientific spacecraft in that the Russian Sputnik 1 didn't actually do any science, whereas Explorer 1 carried one instrument, the particle counter of James Van Allen, which discovered the radiation belts around the Earth. So really since 1958, JPL has been at the forefront of solar system exploration. So that's where we're heading now.